This officer had a deeply twisted habit. He treated human lives as nothing more than tools for entertainment. He often ordered his soldiers to practice shooting on prisoners. Before anyone could react, a rifle was aimed at another Jewish woman. With a simple hand signal, the trigger was pulled and she collapsed instantly. The officer showed no intention of stopping. Panic spread among the remaining women. One of them tried to escape, but the entire area was surrounded by electrified fences. The moment she touched it, her body went still. Another woman completely broke down. She turned back, attempting to fight the soldier in desperation, but resistance was meaningless. Within seconds, she was shot and fell to the ground. Scenes like this were nothing unusual. For the Nazis, this was daily amusement, because this place was Auschwitz, a concentration camp built solely for mass extermination. To speed up the killings, crematoriums were constructed across the camp. Thick black smoke rose into the sky day and night. Even with non-stop operation, they could not keep up. Many bodies had to be handled elsewhere. Trucks moved back and forth endlessly. On this day, another group of Jewish prisoners arrived. Men, women, children, and the elderly were forced into long lines that seemed endless. While musicians were ordered to play cheerful music, the prisoners were led toward underground chambers under the excuse of bathing and disinfection. Inside, guards rushed them forward. They were told to remove their clothes and store their belongings properly. The guards claimed this process was necessary for health and promised that families would reunite soon after. But an elderly man immediately saw through the lie. When he spoke out, the guards became furious. He was warned to stay silent, but he refused. The situation escalated quickly. The man was beaten until he stopped moving. His wife screamed in horror, trying to stop it, but nothing could change what had already happened. After everything fell silent, the remaining prisoners were forced into the chamber. Once the doors were sealed, escape became impossible. What followed was an act no one could survive. Later, the Nazis began sorting through the victims' belongings. Valuables were separated on the spot. Clothing was sent away to be destroyed, as hidden valuables were often sewn inside. Bodies were carried toward the crematorium. During this process, one guard noticed something unusual. When he checked more closely, he realized that a young Jewish girl was still barely alive. Without hesitation, he secretly carried her away and hid her in a storage area. A doctor was quietly brought in to help her. After treatment, the girl regained consciousness, but she struggled to breathe. Her weak sounds were soon heard by a patrolling Nazi officer. As footsteps drew closer, everyone froze in fear. The men quickly hid the girl behind heavy coats, hoping it would be enough. But the officer noticed something strange. One prisoner's behavior caught his attention. Before any explanation could be given, a sudden noise startled the girl, and she made a sound. The secret was exposed. The atmosphere turned deadly silent. At that moment, the doctor stepped forward. He ordered the others to leave and stayed behind alone. He offered the officer valuable information in exchange for their lives. He claimed that a prisoner uprising would happen the next day. The officer laughed it off, believing the idea was completely absurd. He ignored the warning entirely. The next day, the impossible happened. Prisoners launched a sudden attack from inside the camp. Shots rang out from elevated positions, catching the Nazis off guard.